I love watching Empties videos. It's such a great way to see what somebody enjoyed enough to actually use up and to hear final thoughts and whether or not it will actually be a repurchase. Now, it's been a while since my last Empties video, so I'm really excited to spring clean and get rid of these. I have quite a bit of skincare, also some miscellaneous products, a little hair care, some supplements, and a little bit of makeup. Now we have quite a bit to get through, so this might be a little bit of a longer video, but I will try to whip through mini review style. As always, I will include timestamps and product links in the description box below so you can more easily find what you're looking for. Anyway, if this sounds fun to you, throw this video a thumbs up and let's get into it. I have a few miscellaneous products, starting with Revitalash Eyelash Growth Serum. I have been raving about this for years. This gave my eyelashes beautiful length and volume. It worked so well, and I was so hooked that I was literally afraid to try anything else. However, it is definitely on the pricey side, and it does contain prostaglandins, which many people are concerned about. When my beautiful friend Claudia Glows got such incredible results from the new non-prostaglandin ReviveLash and Brow Growth Stimulating Serum, I knew I had to give it a try. So I did a 3-month side-by-side. And at the end of 3 months, I really could not tell the difference in my eyelashes. They were still long and thick. However, my brows had started to fill in, which made me really happy. Even better, this is half the price and 3 times the product. Revitalash runs about $99 for 2 mLs, and the ReviveLash is $49 for 7 mLs. You know, this is a no-brainer. I'm definitely not going to be repurchasing the Revitalash, and I already repurchased the ReviveLash using my own discount code, which of course is linked in the description box below. Nail polish. You know, it had been quite a while since I had painted my nails because my favorite shade, you know, it was pretty empty, but it was just too old and thick. Well, I finally picked up a new one, and it is Sally Hansen's Color Therapy in the shade I Fall in Love. You know, every time I wear the shade on camera, I always get questions about it, so I have to remember to list it in the description box. You know, it's just a really pretty sort of nudie brownie pink that I absolutely love. I wasn't kidding when I said I had some miscellaneous products. Perhaps the most miscellaneous of all the miscellaneous products is a product that I always go through, but I never talk about, and it is Dr. Tungs Dental Floss. Now, this is unlike any of the dental flosses typically found at the drugstore. First of all, I love that it comes in a recyclable cardboard package, but it's really the texture. It has a thicker texture, but it is flexible and stretchy, so really comfortable to use, and it does an amazing job cleaning between the teeth. I also love that it is infused with activated charcoal and lemongrass, which is a little antibacterial, and this actually helps whiten in between the teeth. Now, this is not found at the drugstore, so I panic a little bit if I can't find it or run out because it can be a little difficult to find. You might be able to find it at Whole Foods or a health food store, but I typically order this in bulk from Amazon or iHerb because this is a product that I never want to be without. I have a couple of hair care products. I went through another HAIELLE volume spray. I spray this onto damp hair prior to styling. This gives my hair really nice body and fullness and shine while protecting my hair from heat damage. You know, I love so many of the HAIELLE products. I love their volumizing shampoo, their volumizing conditioner, but those take forever to go through. Anyway, love this. This is my second one, and I already purchased a new one. Now, this next product is close enough to gone that I am going to call it empty, and it is the Living Proof Perfect Day Dry Shampoo. Now, I don't use dry shampoo necessarily to cleanse my hair between shampoos. I use dry shampoo primarily to add a little volume and fullness between shampoos. Now, this is a good one. I did enjoy it, but I'm not really loyal to any dry shampoos. I'm always on the hunt for a new one. So if you have any recommendations for a dry shampoo to add a little volume and fullness between shampoos, please share it in the comment box. Moving on to supplements. Now, to be clear, I am not a doctor. I am not giving medical advice. it is always a good idea to check with your doctor before starting any supplements. Having said that, I do have a few supplement empties I would like to share with you. In the interest of time, I'm not going to go into a ton of detail. I did a supplement video a few months ago where I went into much more detail. I will link that in the cards and in the description box below. I went through an entire box of my Live On Labs Lipospheric Vitamin C, and I've already purchased a new one. Now, vitamin C is important not only for our immunity, but it is required to build collagen. So I take this not only for my overall health, but for my skin as well. Now, vitamin C is water soluble and often just flushes through our system unabsorbed. This is lipospheric vitamin C, and that means it is encapsulated in phospholipids, which makes it more absorbable. Now, this is actually a gel that comes in unit dose packages. And you can see on the picture here, they're adding it to a little bit of water. It doesn't actually dissolve in water, so I usually just put it on a spoon and down it like that, or sometimes just squeeze it directly into my mouth and flush it down with water. It's not the best tasting, but it's doable. One of my must-have supplements is my vitamin D3 with K2. Now, this was prescribed to me by my physician based on the fact that my vitamin D levels were running a little bit low. You know, vitamin D deficiency is really very common, so I encourage you to have your vitamin D levels tested. Anyway, when taking vitamin D3, it's really important to combine it with vitamin K2 because they work synergistically together to support our bone health, our cardiovascular health, and our immunity. I have been repurchasing this one from K-Force for the past several years, but for some reason I was having difficulty finding it. So instead of K-Force, I picked up a new to me one from Do Not Age, which is a very high quality supplement company. And this one contains not only vitamin D3 and K2, but also magnesium in the form of L-threonate, all working together to ensure they are supporting our bone health, cardiovascular health, and immunity. I finished up and already replaced my NMN powder from Do Not Age. Now, NMN is a cutting-edge longevity supplement. I am going to read some notes here because I don't want to misspeak. NMN is a precursor to something called nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, NAD for short. NAD is a coenzyme that is required for hundreds of cellular processes throughout our body, including DNA repair. Unfortunately, as we age, our NAD levels decline, and this decline is thought to be associated with various age-related illnesses. So by boosting our NAD levels, NMN is thought to promote health and may reduce our risk of age-related illnesses. Now, I've been taking this for a couple of years, and I've also been mixing a little bit in with Bosley's food. Bosley is my 14-year-old mini golden doodle. Recently, Do Not Age came out with some pet supplements, so I used my own discount code to pick up Pure Pet, which is a doggy pet supplement that contains NMN, Cert6 activator, and hyaluronic acid. Comes in these little treats. Bosley absolutely loves it. So I'm really happy to have Bosley on this cutting edge longevity supplement. Now, I do take a variety of supplements from Do Not Age. I think they're a really high quality company. They have a fascinating website with lots and lots of information. And I did go into a little bit more detail in my supplement video, which of course I will link below. Moving on to skincare, starting of course with cleansers. I finished up my Bay Harbor Beauty Sake Cleansing Balm, a very effective and gentle cleansing balm that is used in the first step of an evening double cleanse. Apply it to dry skin, add a little bit of water, and this emulsifies into the richest, creamiest cleanser. You can see it's empty, that melts makeup away, including eye makeup, without bothering my eyes. Now, because it is so incredibly rich and creamy, it does take a little bit of effort to rinse it off. It does leave just a little bit of an oily residue, which is easily removed during the second cleanse. I do enjoy this. I do recommend it, but I'm not sure if I'm going to repurchase this anytime soon because I have reverted back to my longtime love, my Hada Labo cleansing oil. Also very gentle, effective. Eye makeup comes off without stinging my eyes, but it's just a little lighter weight. It rinses off a little bit more easily, and it is so darn affordable. I love the fact that it comes with a pump, which is just a little less messy, and it gives me just the perfect amount each time. I also love that this is available in refills, which makes it even more affordable and is environmentally friendly. Really easy to find on Amazon, YesStyle, or Stylevana. I was very excited to receive some skincare products in PR from Versed, including the Versed Day Dissolve Cleansing Balm. Now this is not empty, as you can see. I'm actually decluttering this. Now even though this is technically fragrance-free, it does have eucalyptus oil, which some people are sensitive to. Now eucalyptus oil doesn't bother my skin, but it really bothers my nose, and the scent of eucalyptus is actually overpowering. I did use this a couple of times. It is an effective cleansing balm, so if the smell of eucalyptus doesn't bother you, you might enjoy this, but for me, I just cannot with the eucalyptus, so this is being decluttered. And of course, my beloved Mad Hippie Cream Cleanser always makes an appearance in my empties. I have been using, loving, and recommending and repurchasing this for the past several years. I always have a backup. Now, my last backup, I noticed they redid the packaging. Perhaps it's more elegant and simple and spa-like, but it sort of bums me out because I really do miss the cute little flowery packaging. Now, this is a very gentle and effective cleanser, and I do recommend it, but I haven't used it in quite a while because there is a new kit in town that I cannot stop using that is literally a third of the price of the Mad Hippie. And it is the new Ish cleanser by Prequel called the Glenser. Now I think this has actually been out about a year, but it keeps selling out, so I finally got my hands on this a couple of months ago. I did talk about this at length in a couple of recent videos, so I'm not going to go into detail. Suffice to say, this has officially become my new all-time favorite cleanser for my 64-year-old, very dry, mature skin. Now it's called the Glenser with a G because it is formulated with 50% glycerin. It is also cruelty-free, vegan, fragrance-free, and has been approved by both the National Eczema Society and the National Rosacea Association, so perfect for sensitive skin. This has the most unique gel-like consistency. It's a clear gel, but when you work it into your skin with a little bit of water, it turns into the softest, silkiest, creamiest foaming cleanser. Really, really effective, yet super gentle. It leaves my skin feeling super soft and hydrated. And it is so incredibly affordable. This is a huge 13.5-ounce bottle, and it is only $18, which makes it about a third of the price of Mad Hippie. And a little goes a long way. I use less than a pump, so this is going to last me forever. Love, love, love this and highly recommend it. And my last empty cleanser, it must have been a while since I did my last empties because I've gone through quite a few products. Anyway, it's the Aveeno Calm and Restore Nourishing PHA Exfoliating Cleanser. I love Aveeno products. It's one of my favorite lines from the drugstore. Excellent for sensitive skin, and even though this says it's an exfoliating cleanser, because it uses polyhydroxy acids, the gentlest of the hydroxy acids, this is gentle enough for everyday use. And I love the squeezy tube, which is perfect for travel, so I did purchase a new one to bring with me to Mexico. As far as serums, I went through yet another of my dermatology needleless serum. As you can see, this is dry as a bone. This is loaded with peptides, including copper peptides. I have been using this in my evening skincare routine for the past several years, so of course I already picked up a new one. Now I was really surprised I didn't find a vitamin C serum in my empties bin because I use an ascorbic acid vitamin C serum every single morning for its antioxidant protection. Now, I do rotate through a few: Timeless, Dermatology, May Love, and most recently Prequel. I will list all of my favorite vitamin C serums in the description box below. Prescription tretinoin is very well known to be the gold standard when it comes to anti-aging our skin. It not only stimulates collagen and elastin production, but it actually slows the destruction of collagen, so it protects our precious collagen in multiple ways. It treats sagging and wrinkles and texture and pigmentation, literally all the signs of aging skin. I have been getting my prescription tretinoin in my agency Future formula for the past 2+ years. I have very much enjoyed working with agency both as a client, patient, and as a partner, so a huge thank you to agency for sponsoring this portion of today's video. Now, I have been using prescription tretinoin for over 20 years, and I have tried a lot of formulas, and my agency Future formula is my favorite by far. I love the fact that it comes in an airtight pump, and this pump dispenses the perfect dose to treat my entire face. The texture is incredibly elegant and silky and spreads beautifully over the skin. And I love the fact that my Future formula contains not only prescription tret, but 3 other powerful actives, and I will get to those in a moment. How it works is agency is an online dermatology service that makes it super easy to get a customized prescription tretinoin treatment cream based on your individual needs and concerns. You simply answer an online questionnaire, submit photographs of your clean face, and an online dermatology professional will assess your skin and prescribe a customized Future formula delivered straight to your door. No dermatology appointments and no visits to the pharmacy. My customized Future formula contains 0.1% tretinoin, 5% azelaic acid, 5% tranexamic acid, and 4% niacinamide, all antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, anti-aging superstars in one powerhouse treatment cream. Truly medical grade skincare. Now, your formula may be different and will be dependent on your individual medical consultation. Your dermatology provider will also be available to answer questions and can help adjust your formula over time. Agency also makes a dark spot formula. This is how I get my prescription hydroquinone, again, the gold standard for treating hyperpigmentation. But with hydroquinone, you have to cycle on and off again every couple of months. I'm finishing up my hydroquinone cycle, and my current formula contains hydroquinone 4%, kojic acid, I have to put my glasses on because the label is fading, kojic acid 4%, azelaic acid 3%, and resveratrol 1%. Now, this is currently not empty because I typically use this as a spot treatment, so I don't go through it quite as quickly as my Future formula. Agency has also launched a couple of newer products. They now have a sunscreen called Silkscreen. This is a 100% mineral tinted SPF 50. This comes in 2 shades. I have the lighter shade. This is the sunscreen I brought with me to Mexico, and I very much enjoyed it. More recently, they just launched a brand new prescription tretinoin eye cream specifically formulated for the fragile eye area. I'm really looking forward to trying that. Anyway, if you are interested in trying Agency, I will put a link on the screen here and in the description box below. And once again, a huge thank you to Agency for sponsoring this portion of today's video. I have gone through several moisturizers since my last Empties video. You know, with my 64-year-old very dry skin, I tend to go through a lot of moisturizers. Now, I have talked about all these moisturizers in the past, so I am going to whip through these pretty quickly. First up, we have Dr. Jart's Ceramide Cream. I think this is my 3rd one. Now, this is a very rich, emollient, somewhat occlusive ceramide cream. I don't use this during the day. It's a little bit too greasy and occlusive to wear under makeup, but this is wonderful in the dead of winter when my skin is extra dry, mostly as a night cream, but sometimes I will also use it for outdoor activities if I want to prevent windburn, for instance. Anyway, because I don't use this every day, this takes me about 2 winters to go through. I will not be repurchasing it anytime soon, but I most likely will repurchase it again for next winter. On the other end of the spectrum, we have the classic Vanicream Daily Facial Moisturizer for sensitive skin. I have repurchased this so many times over the years. It is a classic. It is very lightweight, but very moisturizing. It does have ceramides, hyaluronic acid. It is fragrance free. So again, really good for sensitive skin. Actually, I think it's really good for all skin types. For me, I tend to use this primarily as a day cream in the summer months when my skin isn't quite as dry, because it is just so incredibly lightweight. I think I might have a little bit left in here to show you the consistency. Beautifully lightweight, sinks into the skin. I have repurchased it many, many times, and I will be repurchasing it again for this summer. A moisturizer that falls right in the middle. It's a little richer than the Vanicream, but nowhere near as emollient as the Dr. Jart's, and it is the Purito Unscented Centella Recovery Cream. I have been using this for years. I have repurchased it many times. What I love about this is it's loaded with anti-inflammatory, antioxidant ingredients. And like I said, it is more moisturizing than the Vanicream, but it does soak into the skin beautifully. So I think this would be great for all skin types. Now, because I enjoyed this one so much, I was really excited when Purito sent me their Deep Sea Water Cream in PR. However, this is formulated for combo and oily skin types. So this wasn't quite emollient and rich enough for me, but I did use it up because I used it as more of a layering moisturizer. You know, like I said earlier, I go through a lot of moisturizers with my 64-year-old very dry skin. But by far, my most used moisturizer these past few years remains the Dermatology Peptide Night Cream. And the reason for that is this is one of the few moisturizers that I actually use year-round. In the summer months, I use this as a night cream when my skin isn't quite as dry, and in the winter time, this makes a beautiful day cream. Now, it is loaded with peptides, loaded with ceramides. It is very moisturizing, yet it does sink in, and it does work well under makeup. I have gone through more of these than I can possibly count. I always have them on hand, and of course, I already have a new one. Having said that, the other night cream that I rotate through, especially in the winter, and I did use this up last winter, is my Mad Hippie Triple C night cream. Again, I love Mad Hippie products. This is completely empty. This is more emollient, a little more occlusive than the peptide night cream, and that is why I love using it in the winter months. Now, this is fragrance free, but it does have quite a few botanicals in it, and it has a really lovely spa-like scent that I personally love, but I did want you to be aware of that because not everybody loves the scent. But I have used this for years. This is one of my favorite wintertime night creams, Mad Hippie Triple C Night Cream. Love it. I have 3 Empties sunscreens to share with you today. Now, I do wear sunscreen every single day, but I don't tend to go through them as quickly as I do moisturizers because I'm always testing SPFs, and I have an entire SPF wardrobe. But one you almost always see in my Empties video is my Dermatology Broad Spectrum SPF 45. This is a hybrid formula, meaning it is a combination of both chemical and physical filters, and it is untinted. Now, this is completely empty, but I already have a new one, and I do want to show you the consistency. It is a hybrid. It does contain zinc oxide. So when you first apply it to the skin, it does appear to have a white cast. But once you really work it into the skin and let it dry down, that white cast completely disappears. It absorbs into the skin beautifully. It's moisturizing, it's glowy, but not overly shiny, and it works beautifully under makeup. And it is so incredibly affordable. And my 20% discount code brings it down to pretty much drugstore pricing. Another SPF I have talked about many times on this channel is my Can Make Mermaid Sun Gel SPF 50 PA+++, 4 pluses. Now, this is a Japanese hybrid SPF, again, a combination of physical and chemical, but this uses some of the more advanced Korean chemical filters that we don't have available here in the US. This is such an incredibly lightweight SPF. I don't think I have any left in here to show you the consistency. You know, I have been using and loving this for years. It goes on sheer, there is no white cast, it is moisturizing, but it sets down, it's not overly shiny, great under makeup, very affordable on Amazon, Yes Style or Stylevana. Love this. Like I said earlier, I really have gotten away from tinted sunscreens, only because the tint is usually just a little too deep or a little too warm for my skin tone. However, I really have been enjoying Agency's new 100% mineral tinted sunscreen called Silkscreen SPF 50 PA+++++. Now this is one of the sunscreens I brought with me to Mexico. I used it up in Mexico. Some of my girlfriends tried it too, and they really enjoyed it. It does come in 2 shades. I am in the lighter shade, and I am wearing it today with no other makeup. Now it doesn't really offer coverage, but I wanted to show you what it looks like on bare skin so that you can see that the tint really does disappear into my skin. It's a really beautiful, very silky, lightweight formula. Now this is empty, but I do have enough to show you the consistency. Very lightweight and silky. Really beautiful ingredients: hyaluronic acid, glycerin, niacinamide. Anyway, this is a really, really nice one, and I do have a new one coming in my next order. And last but not least, a little bit of makeup. I have 2 lipsticks, starting with a Maybelline lipstick called Maybelline Shine. This is in the color Spicy Mauve, which I absolutely love. You can see this is completely empty. This has been living in my purse. There is the color on my finger, and here it is swatched. You know, this formula is really sheer and balmy, but really pigmented, and this color is just so bright and pretty. I love it. Like I said, it's been living in my purse. Unfortunately, Maybelline discontinued this line. It's no longer available on the Maybelline website or at Target. It is available on Amazon and Walmart. Normally, I don't like to buy discontinued products because I feel like they're a little bit on the old side, but I love this one so much. I think I might order one more from Amazon. Maybelline Shine in the color Spicy Mauve, and I'm wearing it today. The other lipstick I went through that also pretty much lives in my purse, and this is one I have repurchased many times. And this is more of a lip cream. It is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Lip Cream. You know, this is in the shade Pink Mocha. And I guess it's almost like a gloss. It's called the Hydro Boost Shine. It's in the shade Pink Mocha. And it's a really nice sort of nude, pinky brown, my lips but better. I don't know. I love this. I have repurchased it many times. Thank goodness they haven't discontinued this one. One cosmetic that shows up in virtually every single one of my Empties videos is my Sephora Collection Retractable Waterproof Eye Pencil, specifically in the shade Shimmer Taupe. Now this is empty, but of course I already have a backup. You know, I've talked about this a million times. This is just such a nice, light, neutral taupey shade. I use this to line my lower lash line to give my eyes definition without dragging my eyes down. Now this is super affordable, normally priced at $13, but during the Sephora sale, which is happening right now, it is reduced by 30%, which brings the price down to under $10. So I always stock up during the Sephora sale. Finishing up with 4 empty mascaras. 2 that I will not be repurchasing and 2 that I already have repurchased. Starting with L'Oreal Age Perfect Mascara. You know, there's nothing wrong with this mascara. It does give it a little length, it does give it a little volume. You know, it's just okay. I really do prefer the classic L'Oreal Voluminous over this one, so I will not be repurchasing that. Next up, we have the iconic Lancome Monsieur Big. This used to be my #1 all-time favorite high-end mascara. I would always pick it up during a sale. It gives tons of volume, does tend to clump just a little bit, but I think my tastes have changed over the years and I'm not going for quite as much volume as I used to. Now, this is not empty, but for some reason that little stopper has stopped, I don't know, cleaning the wand, so it is so wet and clumpy. It's virtually unusable. So this is not empty. It's probably more of a declutter. And surprise, surprise, after all these years of repurchasing it, I am not planning to repurchase this anytime soon. Next up, we have a mascara that I also changed my mind about, but in the other direction, and it is City Beauty's Beyond Mascara. I tried it a couple of years ago. I wasn't really crazy about it. They sent me this, I don't know, 6 months ago, and I fell in love with it. So this is empty. You know, it does give really nice volume without clumping, really nice length. I really do enjoy the medium-sized, you know, applicator. It's a beautiful mascara and I absolutely love it, and I already have a new one. Now, this is high-end. This is $35. I personally would not pay $35 for any mascara, but I do have a discount code and City Beauty does have frequent sales, and I always try to let you know about sales on my community page. Anyway, this is a good one. I already have a new one going and I really, really enjoy it. On the other end of the spectrum is one of my very favorite affordable mascaras that I have repurchased many times, and it continues to be a favorite, and it is the Essence Lash Princess Volume Mascara. Now, Essence makes several different Lash Princess formulas, and this is the only one I like. Super affordable. I think it's under $5. Anyway, I really do enjoy this small little slightly curved wand. It's really easy to get a very fluffy look, but still volume and length. It doesn't, you know, mascara tends to last a long time on me. I do not use mascara on my lower lashes, so I typically don't have a lot of problem with mascara falling down. But this is one of my favorite mascaras, super, super affordable, under $5, and I already have a new one. Now, during the Sephora sale, I'm trying to buy one of everything to review on my channel. So if you have a mascara at Sephora that you're curious about, that you would like to see me pick up and review, please let me know in the comment box. Oh my gosh, that was a lot to get through. I feel like I've been talking forever, but it feels really good to get through these empties. I cannot wait to get these empties out of my house. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to throw it a thumbs up. And with that, I hope you have a great day, a wonderful week, and I hope to see you in my next video.